society at large. Explore what makes living in Korea interesting with Life Abroad on
Reporter Angela Chung has joined me in the studio. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did.
The weather was gorgeous, huh?
Yes.
Yes. Well, the weather was perfect for dining out, but we also know that a lot of people are dining in, what with delivery apps and almost all restaurants offering delivery service now. So in line with this trend, the government has come up with a discount measure for those who order food from delivery apps.
Right. So I do use delivery apps pretty often as
Who
well.
doesn't? Yes.
Yeah, then I think I should definitely get this discount benefit. So the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs announced it will offer a discount for those who order food contact-free using delivery apps.
This does sound very similar to one that was offered, I think, last year as well.
Right.
And of course, it will be very welcome to people like you and me who use delivery apps on a regular basis. So how and where can we participate to make use of this benefit?
So to get the discount, first you need to apply for the event on your credit card company application and then make an order and pay for it on the delivery apps subject to the event. And the price must be 20,000 won or higher per order. And if you order and pay 4 times with your credit card on the delivery app, you can get the 10,000 won discount from your credit card company in the form of cashback or discount from your account on your settlement date.
Okay, so 4 times and you get that 10,000 won discount. Is there a limit on how many times you can use this and get the benefit as well?
Yes, you can use delivery services on any day of the week to participate, but the number of times you can take part is limited to twice a day per credit card company. But there's not much to worry here because 9 credit card companies are going to participate, and they include KB Kookmin, Donghyup, Lotte, BC, Uri, Shinhan, and Hyundai. And a total of 14 delivery apps, 6 from public sector, 6 from private sector, and 2 from public-private mixed partnership will be participating.
That's a lot of peace. Well done. Well, as you mentioned, this is kind of linked with credit card companies, right? So there are some notes or tips that listeners should be mindful of when they pay for their delivery.
Right. So the whole point of this is the contact-free for the COVID-19 disinfection measures. So here's what you have to keep in mind. If you order and pay on your delivery app and simply visit the store to get the takeout food, it will count as participation. But if you order your food on delivery app, but you pay to the delivery guy in person or pay at the store before picking up the food, this will not be accepted. So you must pay on the delivery application. For more details on the event, please check out the website of Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs.
Okay, so once again, ordering your food and paying through the app, you have to do that, but you can't take up or pick up the food in person.
Yes.
And that'll still be counted. Very good. Moving on to our next item, COVID-19, of course, not only has changed the way we dine, that means dining in a lot more than usual, but we also spend a lot more time on the internet as we spend more time indoors, don't we?
Right. The Ministry of Gender, Equality and Families Diagnostic Survey titled 2021 Diagnostic Survey on Adolescents' Habit of Using the Internet and Smartphones was conducted on 1.27 million students, including 4th graders, 7th graders, and 10th graders. The results showed that more and more teenagers are growing dependent on the Internet as a result of COVID-19. And the number of adolescents who are overly dependent on the Internet has increased by 13.2%. About 228,000 students were diagnosed as having a risk of over-dependence either on the internet or smartphones.
I don't know about you, Angela, but I know that I'm spending a lot more time on my smartphone and internet
yeah.
as well over the past year and a half. But for students, I imagine because they have online classes as well, they do have to spend more time online, don't they?
Right, it's almost inevitable. So the government concluded many classes have been held online due to the pandemic, which increased the amount of time students spend on the internet and personal computers. The number of adolescents categorized as risk group overly dependent on the internet increased by 4.4% from the last year, and the number of risk group regarding the internet also went up by 13.2%, which is a lot. Group requiring caution was up by 3.6%, and if you look at the numbers by grade, the 7th graders, we saw the biggest increase in the number, which was 1,200 students who were newly added to the risk group. The good news is that among 10th graders, the number decreased by 2.6%. That's 2,400 less students are in the risk group, while among 4th graders, the number increased again by 2.3%.
Okay. So that's the difference in the ages. Any difference in the gender in the results?
So surprisingly, rather than the difference, there were some common grounds between male and female students. The number of students in the overly dependent risk group increased in both male and female in the 4th graders, but the number went down in both genders among 10th graders. So it's more about the age rather than the gender. The ministry analyzed the amount of time students spend on media tend to peak when they're in middle school, and from that point onwards, the students spend less and less time with media because they have some other matters they should pay more attention to, like college admission.
Of course. Very interesting survey. Okay, moving on to our last item is some good news for North Gyeongsang Province. What is it?
So the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism announced it has designated North Gyeongsang Province as a preliminary partner region for healing and wellness tourism.
Okay, so preliminary partner. I'm going to ask you a little bit more about that in a bit, but why North Gyeongsang Province in particular?
So North Gyeongsang Province is home to unique tourism contents. First, North Gyeongsang Province has Janggaehyang Culture Experience Education Center, where tourists can have hands-on experience on healing foods originating in 음식 dimibang, which is the first cooking book written in the Korean language. The province also has forest resources for healing, centering on National Center for Forest Therapy. And the province's plan to strategically promote its healing program using the local Pungi Insan Festival and the local government's drive for tourism programs have been highly praised. North Gyeongsang Province, as the new partner for wellness tourism, will be given a total of 200 million won, which will help the province devise its own strategies to create the wellness tourism partner region.
All right, and this is the time when I wanted to ask you about this preliminary partner designation. What exactly does it mean?
So the government has designated a region as a partner for healing tourism to promote a long-stay tourism by combining a destination, accommodation, and food. But this year, for the first time, the government designated a preliminary partner. The government's intent for this project is to analyze the region's own unique resources for healing tourism and to promote region, nurture its healing tourism in a systematic order. So for your information, South Gyeongsang Province was designated as the wellness tourism partner in 2018, North Chungcheong Province and Gangwon Province in 2019 and 2020, respectively.
Okay, so we look forward to even more wellness sort of destinations being developed in North Gyeongsang Province, which in itself already has so many attractive destinations, and it's a beautiful place to visit.
Right.
Thank you very much, Angela. I hope you have a great week. We'll check back with you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
Do you have questions about life in Korea? Send us your opinions and feedback anytime during the show. Simply text us at #1